Hi, this is Dr. Chef back again. Today we are going to make a classic Indian barbecue dish which everybody knows as tandoori chicken. Now, tandoori chicken basically is cooked in a tandoor, which is the clay oven, but we are going to cook it on skewers on a barbecue outside or a barbecue grill, just like the Texans do. So for this, we're gonna have my famous spice, which is the tandoori Shan Masala. I use this because I don't want to mess with different spices like cumin, coriander, salt, pepper, jeera, and all that stuff. This comes in this box. But for this, I add a little more cayenne pepper and a little more garlic and a little more of onion powder to give me that flavor. So it's always good to mix all the spices separately and then mix it with oil and get it marinated to the chicken. But always check your spices before you pour it on the chicken. So after the peeled chicken, the skin removed, I'm making gashes on it. So all the spices will go right into till the bone. The spices, the flavoring goes right into the bone of the chicken. Okay, Topper Chef back again. Here I'm going to make the seasoning or the marinade for my tandoori chicken. This is the whole packet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the dry seasonings today. So I usually use one packet for two whole cases of chicken here. So this is what I'm gonna do now is mix all this together and taste it a little bit to see if there's enough salt and seasoning. In this, there is salt, seasoning, everything's there, tenderizer, and everything's there in that. So I'm adding more. This is garlic powder, and I like it a little hot, so some cayenne pepper to it, which my wife does not like too much. And little onion powder. So notice I'm not putting any onion or garlic or ginger paste because what I found it usually doesn't stick to the chicken, it just falls off. And to this I'm going to add my lime juice. Okay, this will be the one thing which will bring the tanginess into the chicken. Now I'm going to mix this all up. As you can see, it's got nice red color. That's why I like this Shan Tandoori Masala very much, because then I'm not looking for coloring or anything like that. Everybody expects tandoori chicken to be red. So everybody goes like, where's the red chicken? Where's the red chicken? So this is my, instead of red lobster, this is a red chicken. So I'm gonna taste this. It's got enough salt. It's nice and tangy. And this is what I'm gonna put. This is all that is required. We don't want it very spicy. And this is what I'm gonna put for all the chicken. So as you can see, take every drop of it on every piece of chicken. And now mix it all the way through. So at this point I'm not adding any oil or any yogurt. I'm gonna let this sit, the lemon juice to soak in right inside the chicken and everything. So if you add the tenderizer, which is actually your yogurt, it will tenderize it so much that all your seasonings will not go inside. So it's always advisable to put the oil and the tenderizer at the end. Because actually in America you don't need, the chicken is well tenderized itself, but sometimes it also has sodium in it. So you gotta watch what chicken you're getting. Ours is a whole chicken and it's an organic chicken, so there was nothing added to it, so I added salt and lemon and everything to it. Okay, so this is morning time and welcome back to the Topper Chef. So this is my chicken which we marinated yesterday, and what I'm gonna do is just add yogurt to it. Now what yogurt does is basically, it was used in Indian cookery as a marinade. Marinade in the sense also as a major tenderizer. Now you can see the seasoning has gone into it, into this chicken, and I'm going to pour my yogurt. The reason for yogurt is, of course, it is a tenderizer, but chicken really doesn't need a lot of tenderizing. But in my case, I have found, especially in Persian food or Indian food, we use yogurt. The reason is the spices which you can add later, and in this case you can add whatever spices, the onion powder, a garlic powder, or even ground paprika. I've already put spices enough, but to get a nice flavor and a good coating so that my chicken does not burn, what I'm gonna do is add a little nice mustard oil. It gives a nice nutty flavor to the chicken. That's the specialty of tandoori chicken, to finish it off with mustard oil. And then you just mix this around well and let it sit for an hour. And this is a place where at the restaurants they put the coloring in the yogurt and to make it red. So we don't want any coloring or anything like that. We are okay eating less red chicken without coloring. And this is how it's gonna sit for an hour. Now, if I want, I could have added some garlic powder or anything like that, but I don't want. So after an hour, I'm gonna show you how to skewer this. And after this, I'm just going to start my coal so it gets nice and red and ready for this to be skewered on a very slow flame. Okay, this is Topper Chef back again. Now we got this chicken here and it's been an hour. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna show you how to skewer this thing on right here like this. Same thing with this. You wanna put it one alternate this one alternate that one. That way everything's skewering well. As you can see, these skewers are like swords. So it can actually hold the chicken also and keep it exposed to the heat. Okay, we put 5 because that's how much my grill can take. Okay, so so now we are in my backyard where I do my grilling, but this is something which I actually built for myself so I can grill tandoor style without actually grilling on the top. So what happens with this, in a tandoor it's a box and the flame comes from the bottom and these big skewers go like this and the smoke surrounds the chicken and it cooks in the smoke, but there's a temperature, very high temperature also on it. So this thing is just exactly the same thing. The skewers will go on top, this briquettes will light up, but I'm not gonna cook it on a high temperature. I'm gonna cook it on a slow temperature, which is like 250 degrees, and that will smoke the chicken well and cook also the chicken well right from inside. So I'm ready to light this up. So first I've got all my briquettes, so just drizzle it with little kerosene. That's what we use, which is called a charcoal lighter. As you can see now, we've already skewered the chicken, and you can see my coal, and the coal, this side of my coal is really hot. You can see the flames coming out, and this side of my coal is kind of lukewarm. So what I'm gonna do is, in barbecuing, or there's difference between barbecuing, grilling, and smoking. So we are trying to barbecue and smoke without having on the grill. So we require from hot to go to cold. So we smoke it this side. So this is what I'm gonna do. As you can see, from hot side to cold side. So you gotta know your temperatures. I've got my handy dandy fan, which really makes this thing really easy. When I need somewhere to become hot, I put my fan and the embers of the charcoal comes really lit up there. So as you can see, I'm gonna grill the chicken. So the hot part of the chicken I'm gonna put right here. There you go. So we're gonna do it this side first. As you can see, the temperature has reached about 300 degrees when you actually feel it, and the charcoal is on this, and it will slowly cook now, and then in 15 minutes I'm going to come and turn it over, and this is how it should slowly cook. Okay, so now it is half an hour, and as you can see the coal, it is nice and hot, but it's not having a big flame and burning the chicken. So now the chicken is really coming off the bone right here, and it is cooked because I know it has been smoked and the temperature has reached 300 degrees for this chicken. I moved this chicken twice around, and now we're gonna ready to take this off from the grill.